All right, let's try this again. I've been running around like a chicken with his head cut off, man. Got to head to the house now, man. Running around crazy. We're gonna get back to this Mav Hoffa conversation I was having earlier. I wasn't able to fulfill it, to complete it. And all the questions I'm asked. We'll get back to it. Start from the top again. With no distractions. And it's finna pour down raining, man. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I'm gonna wait till I get some people in here. Get to about the 2-minute mark, 2-3-minute mark. Hit the like button, whoever that is. Hit the like button. Roll this up. Get the ball rolling. Get a few people in here. Get a few people in here. As of now, I just got, I guess, people in the cut. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start from the bottom to the top so it don't seem like I'm just word for word doing my last video. I cut it short on purpose. I still had a lot of, I had like 4 loads on the back of my Sprinter, and I had to do some deliveries, so I didn't want to be in the middle of doing all that and having y'all just looking at nothing because I'm down working. So I want to do this over again. I did a video earlier, but I'm gonna do my the things that I wrote down. I'm gonna do it from the bottom to the top instead of the top from the bottom like I did the others. Yeah, but neither here nor there. It's all good. Chat now. YouTube not sending out the notifications. Oh well. So check it. Mav Hoffa of the My Expert Opinion, owner, founder of My Expert Opinion, did a video a day ago on his channel. Shout out to Mav Hoffa. You got 1 million subscribers, so I'm pretty sure you got 2 YouTube plaques. I'm on the road of receiving the first one for the 100,000 subs. So shout out to Mav. You did it. You did some good things. What up, my black brother? Where you at in the world? I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I am actually on Bankhead right now. I'm in the trenches right now. Finna head to the house. Finna head to the crib. Decided to do this video. I don't have no distractions right now. My kids good. Everything good. I done logged out the system for the dispatch. Ain't gonna be calling me. So I'm good. So, and I hope all is well on your end. So check it out. So Mav Hoffa, like I said, I'm giving you your roses. I'm gonna give you your roses first. Give you your flowers first. It's a hard thing. It's not a hard thing, but it can be a complicated thing to create a YouTube channel and get in front of a camera and put back to back, be consistent with content to where people rock with your channel. And you did it 1 sub at a time. When you first started your YouTube channel, you had 0 subs. You did it 1 sub at a time, and look at you now. You already 1 million deep. You over 1 million subs in. Congratulations to Mav Hoffa. But we have some things to talk about. We have some things to talk about that I jotted down. We have some things to talk about that I jotted down. This is not a bash, because mind you, Humble King is trying to get his channel to that level. This is and beyond. But this is not a bash, but this is just things that I was writing down while I was listening to Mav, you know, talk about his current situation when it comes to basically his bread and butter. Now, granted, Mav sometimes do content when he's not in the barber shop, when he's not around Mech and you know, all the other guys that are part of his podcast, his platform. Sometimes he do it at the crib, so he can still do content, but it just won't be the way that everybody fell in love with his channel. And man, if you're not careful, you can lose a lot of subs simply for the simple fact you're not there no more. People looking at it like, damn, you fell off. What's going on? Like, this ain't. You know, you're doing videos like how I do videos now, in the car, at the crib. You know, ain't a stationary place like you had at the barbershop. So let me talk about this. You meant you said, let me see. It looks like you mentioned that the owner, the landlord of the place, started complaining, saying things like, "Hey, why is the barbershop is never open? You know, I come in the daytime, I come through, it's nobody here at the barbershop, nobody's cutting hair. You know, what's going on at this place?" And you said that he mentioned, "Hey, I want to see your bank statements. I want to see like your payouts. I want to see what you have going on, because are you selling cocaine?" He was thinking that you was using his establishment as a front to hustle drugs or whatever. You said, you know, you laughed at him. You really wanted to smack the dog shit out of him for saying that, but you know, you laughed at him like, "No, I don't do no shit like that." You were subleasing from someone else, this female or whatever it is, and it sounds like y'all ain't on good terms. But you said that the guy was like, "Hey man, that's cross business. Y'all doing this, doing that. This is supposed to be a barbershop." So the landlord is technically right. You know, leasing the place out, renting the place out to y'all with the notion that y'all had a barbershop. It sounded like y'all kept the landlord in the blind. The landlord didn't know what y'all had going on. Like you kept him in the blind. You was paying the lady, you said you was subleasing, and she was supposed to be taking care of the affairs with him, but you thinking the lady was pocketing the money or doing some shady business, some scam business behind the scenes. That's your fault, man. That's your fault. You have to treat your business like it's your child. You want your child to have the utmost respect. You want your child to be well taken care of. You want to spend quality time with your child. You want to, you know, put that time and effort in your child so your child can grow and be such what it is now. Millions, over 1 million subscribers, right? But ain't nobody gonna take care or be responsible for the safety or the outcome of my expert opinion, but you, man. You putting all your you putting all your trust. Damn, boy, that lightning was just crazy, bro. I wish I could have caught that on camera. That's crazy. It's raining where I'm at. That lightning was crazy. All right, yeah, you have to protect your business. Like your business is your child, bro. You got to protect your business. You got to, you know, when it comes to my expert opinion, that's your bread and butter. You seen your first. I know Mafta made some millions on YouTube with this my expert opinion. You done seen some crazy money with it. I can tell. I see the jewelry game got up, the wardrobe, the drip came up. You got all the exotic, you know, the Gucci, Louis, Fendi, all that shit, the furs, the Jordans. You're looking like money. You're looking like something. You're looking a hell of a lot more happier than you did when you was battle rapping. Is what I'm saying, sir. So you have to protect that. That's like your bread and butter. That's how you eat. That's how you guys eat. So you got to make sure my expert opinion is in great standing no matter where you at. Right? Said, let me see. You said it wasn't barbers. The owner said it wasn't barbers never there. Like y'all ain't cutting hair. And you was like, hey, it is a barber shop. You know, we just, we do podcasts and that nice man. You said in the interview that you basically shut it down from the barbers because Mac fell out of a chair and almost broke his neck or whatever, and you didn't know what the barbers had going on up there. So you pretty much pushed the barbers out of their situation. So that's why there wasn't no barbers there. So the man that raised red flags when the owner walked by and see that you don't have nothing in there. You don't have no barbers in there. Ain't nobody getting no haircuts. Ain't no customers around here. So this man want to know what's going on, right? On your bully shit. See, you trying to bring that battle rap shit to this podcast shit. Bullying barbers. Let me see. So I put this question. Did the landlord know exactly what you was doing from the giddy up? Obviously, this landlord didn't know what y'all had going on. Obviously, he was under the impression that y'all was opening up a barbershop, and that's what was going on, not knowing that you created an idea, my expert opinion, and you wanted to have you wanted to set the stage like you was inside of a barber. You're in a barbershop and it's like barbershop talk. I get it, but you got to let people know what's going on, especially if you leasing the building, you subleasing the building from somebody else. Building's not even in your name. Now I get it, you got to crawl before you walk, but man, instead of buying all the bust down rollies and them rings and chains and fur coats and Fendi and Gucci and Prada and Versace and all the Jordans and all your designers, instead of buying all that, man, you should have been putting that money to the side and seeking a building you can call your own. Yeah, I'm back, bro. You should have, instead of trying to, ball and all that old shit, you should have made sure you secured a place for my expert opinion in case anything, so you won't be making videos like you just did a day ago talking about y'all lost the barbershop. You can't lose what you never had, man. You never had a barbershop to lose in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So instead of splurging with them YouTube checks, doing all that, getting it, get your money. I know math, I've seen a couple millions in that shit within them last 2-3 years doing this at my expert opinion. If not, well in the high six figures. You made more, and I know you're in New York. I get it, you're in New York. Cost of living there is sky high. I can imagine what the cost of leasing a property is there. But it ain't nothing that good credit and small finances can do the way you can get you in a building. If you feel like you ain't ready for that step yet to get a building, math, you made more than enough to create a set. You could have went somewhere that got something. You could have used a basement of a crib. You could have used something, utilized something. You could have bought a fucking shack out of a Home Depot and designed that shack, the inside of that shack, like a barber shop, and set it up. And now you got my expert opinion on some property somewhere else where you don't have to worry about dealing with a slumlord that you said you was dealing with. He was too busy investing the money in his drip. And I get it. Black people, we feel so good when we I barely wear this type of stuff. I barely wear this shit. Black people feel better when they got the who's, when they dressing like the who's who. You know what I'm saying? When they got the jewelry on, when they got the bust down rollie on. You know what I'm saying? When they running around, they making money or whatever. They got 6 and 7 figures. They making all this good money. You know what I mean? So the first thing they want to do is go pop bottles. They want to go hit up the spots that they never was able to hit up when they ain't have the money. They want to start buying shit like that. And my thing is secure the bag totally first. Get the business in order first. Get the business in order first. Math, when you was doing this video, I never heard you really say took full responsibility as in why my expert opinion is in the situation that it's in now. You are the owner of it. You're the founder of it. You don't work for somebody and you like the face of it. You are the owner of this stuff. You got to make sure if anything happened towards a business, it's all on that business owner as what's what. know what I'm saying? Businesses flop. You had a business that was thriving. Your business was thriving. You had to know that it was gonna come a day where it's gonna be some kind of turmoil or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You saying you think the landlord is racist. Well, technically, if you ask me, he don't even really know you, man. He was dealing with the lady that you were subleasing from. The lady subleasing it, saying that it's a barbershop, which I was technically using as a barbershop. I guess times was rough or whatever, and you got in their ear, hey, I want to do a podcast. I can help you out with the lease, the rent or whatever that you got to pay, charge or whatever. How much you'll charge me to set up and come in here and do what you do. You went in there and did what you did, and it took off. It took off, and you really started like bubbling with it. But it got to play in your head. I'm borrowing a situation right now. I am like, this is my expert opinion, but this establishment is not my establishment. No partnership in this building. Any given day, if this building burned down, or the owner decide to sell the building, or the owner decide to kick everybody out, then my expert opinion is in limbo. You can't do nothing. You should have been putting yourself in a position where that would never happen. Or if it happened, at least it'll happen on your own terms, on your own property. You excuses after excuses. You start blaming. You blamed your ex-co-host, calling them all out of their name. These guys ain't been around you in over a year. Bag Fuel, shout out to Bag Fuel. Them boys went on and started doing their own thing. They podcast is growing. I checked them boys. I'm subscribed to their channel. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Bag Fuel. I go over there, I subscribe to their channel. Their channel is growing, and they doing what they do. And it's just funny how that's how I know you're ranting and deflecting. Because you start complaining about your ex cast members or whatever that you fired or whatever, but didn't you make a surprise visit to Angela Yee's show, and Bad Fuel was in there and it almost went left? Didn't you pop up in there and you was all smiles and hugs and laughter with your ex co-host? So why talk about it now? I know your subconscious is bothering you, and you thinking all the guys you fired is sitting back laughing now. Big what's the big security guy? He got his own YouTube channel. The other guy that just got out of the feds or whatever the state did all that time, he got his thing popping. Bag Fuel, them boys got their thing popping. So in your mind, you thinking, hey, yeah, they picking at me. They probably laughing at me. They probably popping champagne bottles or whatever, laughing at my mishap right now, and you know, it's just, that's neither here nor there. You still deflecting. You was blaming the girl that you was subleasing from. You was blaming the landlord. You called him a slumlord. You was blaming you the founder of the situation. You are the head honcho. You're the head of the table when it comes to my expert opinion. You put my expert opinion in that situation for y'all to be where you at now. Let me see. This is you. Exactly. Man, you know how many rich people walk around here with just some regular looking like they just went shopping, looking like they went on a shopping spree at the Goodwill, and they got way more money than the dude with 10, 11 chains around his neck. There's a difference between looking like money and actually having the money. And that's what that's another video that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a video about how we as black people, some of the most creative people, innovative people on earth, we would rather look like money than actually have the money secure. Meaning we'll have all 2 watches on, 15 bracelets on, a ring on every finger, Ferrari, Bentley, whatever, Maserati, whatever, big house, chick on the side with some plastic titties and a BBL, diamonds all in the mouth, money to the phone, money phone to your ear, and you look stupid. You think that's success. That don't scream success. That scream, it's only a matter of time. Germany in the house. Shout out to Germany. Y'all hit the like button. It's only a matter of time before you lose it. Before you lose it all, you looking crazy. It's just a matter of time. But I get it, Math. I see Math at battle rap events. Math was on the rise. He was on the come up. You know, he running around just battle rapping. You know what I'm saying? Just do his music, you know, and that was that. He didn't start seeing them big bags until he started doing this My Expert Opinion. Now, shout out to him. But you got to make sure what's feeding your family, the bread and butter was feeding your staff. You got to make sure that's in great standard wherever you got it at. You know what I'm saying? This is the money maker. This is the money maker. And that's crazy, but it's true. I've seen rich white people. Goodwill. You see something in there. Safe shopping like a motherfucker. They can go and buy all that other shit, but they know it don't really matter. It's like, what matters? Do it matters? Do it matters about generational wealth? When I die, I can have something to pass on to my kids or whatever. You know, they got nice things. Don't get it twisted. These rich people have nice things, but it's trust and believe. You look at a lot of rich white people, a lot of people that's in other countries or whatever, rich people, they like bragging about getting a deal on designer. We like bragging about how much we spent on the designer. Black people like bragging about how much they spent on the chain, how much they spent on the watch, how much they spent on a car, a house, a boat, a yacht. We like bragging about how much money we threw in the club. Like a lot of rich white people and foreigners, they like bragging about how much, I got this for a steal, I got it for a great deal. Like, it's crazy, bro. The priorities are so shot. Alright, let me see. You said you was paying a female thinking that she was paying the landlord, so the female was getting the money from you every month or whatever you're supposed to be paying. But she hadn't been paying like the landlord or whatever what was going on. She was pocketing some of the money or whatever. That's your own fault, man. Man, if you got 1 million subscribers, it ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna have 1 million subscribers, 1 million people tuning in, supporting my channel. But I'm gonna put my channel, I'm gonna put my platform in jeopardy. I'm gonna put it in a situation where, you know how people are. If you don't think fast and find something very fast, man, you're gonna start seeing your subs twinkle down. You go from 1 million, because you're just a little over 1 million subscribers now. Congratulations. You're gonna start seeing people. I lose subscribers, I gain subscribers every day. If I lose subscribers, I gain subscribers every day. It's the same difference. So people gonna go, people gonna go, people gonna come, people gonna go. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. You got to move better, man. You got that kind of support on your platform. You got to move better. You made it to 1 million. You got 1 million. You know how hard it is to get you know how hard it is for some people to get 1,000 subscribers. Why, you got 1 million subscribers. You got to move better. You got to quit moving, thinking like you in the hood. You got to quit thinking like a street business nigga. Like, you got to quit thinking. You got to think you corporate. You got an LLC, or you got a whatever you got, a trademark, you a patch, whatever you got your business in. You got an LLC, bro. You probably registered through the Secretary of State, man. You got to move better. You got to move better, man. Let me see. Mav tried to do a comparison when he started the video out, talking about like how Adam 22, you know, said how when COVID was around, he made a lot of money, was making tons and tons of money. And then when the world opened back up, his viewership dwindled down, you know, all that stuff dwindled down or whatever, and now he's forced to do some layoffs, and he's forced to sell no jumper, and you was trying to compare yourself to that. Mav, the difference between you and that white boy Adam was smart enough to own that building. When Adam leave no jumper and find another building to go to, when he sell that building that he had, those are, I think he said he can get like $4 million for that building. He's finna rake in some millions of dollars just by selling that building. All right, you never owned that barbershop. You and Adam 22 situation is totally different. That man is actually a business owner. I mean, like for a building and everything. You just had your name on my expert opinion. If that, I hope you got that shit trademarked. I hope you got it licensed and patent, and you got your LLC, or you got whatever you got for it. That's what I hope you got, some hard paperwork on it down there at the Secretary of State of New York or whatever. You can't do no comparison. That man actually owned that building. He didn't have to pay a lease. He owned that building. Currently, he's according to Adam, he's trying to sell the building now so they can relocate somewhere else. You talking about going on a My Expert Opinion barbershop tour. Do videos at this barbershop, do videos at that barbershop. That sounds like you just looking for somebody to let you spend the night, let your company spend the night so you can get some content. Man, you done made more than enough fucking money, man, to have at least a set built. You can get a set built and go buy 10 goddamn, go buy like 6 or 7 barber chairs for like $1,000, $1,200. You get you them $200 barber chairs or whatever. Set it up like a bar, put the mirror, set it all the way up, go on a set somewhere. And handle your business respectfully. And handle your business. Where is set bill? I don't know what you're talking about. And handle your business. You don't have to be bouncing around from barbershop to barbershop. And he said that, hey man, I'm looking for other barbers. You got other barbershops you can cut a deal to do something. You still thinking like, you still putting yourself in, you still putting My Expert Opinion in another situation where it can happen to what's going on right now. Instead of falling back, taking some of that money, you must have flowed all that money. That money must be damn near gone. It have to be. It have to be damn near gone, bro. I mean, at the very least you could have done is found some. New York's so fucking big, I'm pretty sure you can find some small ass little lease to own a property, a piece of property that you can do and set up. Man, you buy a piece of property, you goddamn go to Home Depot and buy one of them shed, them outhouse shed things, and one of them metal buildings, they'll come and put that motherfucker on your property, $4,000-$5,000. You put that on there, set the inside of that up like a barbershop, and you back at it. You back in business, baby. It's a lot of places out there, bro. I guarantee it is. I guarantee it's so many abandoned or vacancy spaces, office spaces for lease or for sale in New York City. I can guarantee you that. Niggas trolling like hell. Half Hoffa mentioned we don't know what's going on with the shop. What's going on with the shop is it's gonna go back to regular scheduled programming. Or this guy, this landlord is gonna shut it down and lease it out to somebody else. That's what's happening with the shop. That's what's happening with the shop. Appreciate that, Pookie. We ain't doing all that. That man is a business owner. He have every right to want to know what's going on, what's taking place in his building. If I lease a building out to you and you saying you're cutting hair, it's going to be a barbershop, what make you think that man ain't going to drive by, walk by and look around and see, how the business is going? You know what I mean? If you paying him, but every time he come here, it's always, and you in New York, well, a city that never sleep. I'm pretty sure in New York, they got 24-hour barbershops there. You can go get your hair cut from somebody 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. You can go get you something to eat in New York. It's 20, that city never sleep. So if the business owner riding by and he's saying, damn, I don't never see it open, what y'all got going on in here, you raising some concerns. So he can't think, yeah, man, this man might be doing some illegal shit in my building. Yeah, that's what they do. They just want to come in here and be on some bullshit. Show started seeing success. I already covered that. Let me see. I covered that with the ex-host. I feel like during that whole season, Mav, that whole run at, he said, you know, he got so many memories at that barbershop. Mav, you don't own that barbershop. It was gonna always come a time where you was gonna have to leave that barbershop, or the landlord would have been like, hey man, you wanna buy this building from me? Since the landlord wasn't on that, like, or he probably did, and you probably just didn't have the money for it. Mav, I feel like you should have been building your credit and trying to seek a loan or try to seek another property that you can call yourself, that you can make an official, my expert opinion, headquarters. That's what you should have been. What it is, you got complacent, you got comfortable, you got complacent, and you thought that this was gonna go on to the end of time. And it wasn't. You said they shut the lights out. The power bill was like $7,000. You said you refused to pay it because y'all barely be in there, so why is the power? So some funny shit was going on with the power. They had the power, you said come to find out, they had the power rig running here, so they shut the power off. So you can't do my expert opinion because y'all don't have lights in the barbershop. That's what you said, man. Mav, let me see. You said the guy started giving y'all pushback. Like a year or so ago, a few months back, the guy started giving y'all pushback. That was one of your number one signs, man, after where when you saw that, you should have been already looking for another place for my expert opinion. And you could have been so cold with it, man. You didn't have to do a still shot picture of that barbershop, man. And went and bought some barber chairs and set that motherfucker another place up just like that place. Because I know what it is. You didn't want to go to another barbershop and people looking like, oh man, what's going on? It looked like you at a different barbershop. It ain't the same setting. It's a different lineup. It's a different setup. So what? They was going to still support you, bro. And I ain't here to bash you. I'm just saying, man, as black people, man, when we start getting in those positions, man, boss-like position, you got to really boss up to be a boss. When you getting those blessings and you're in a situation where you're making some money or whatever and you ain't all the way in control of the situation, I always look at it like any given day, this shit could be all swept from up under me. So let me start stashing and having a plan B, a plan C, having stuff set in place in case this crash. So far so good, but I'm not gonna get comfortable. You got comfortable. Probably goddamn, you know, doing everything for your kids, taking care of your mom. You got your girl with you or whatever, taking care of her, making sure she got the bags and the heels and this. Y'all going on trips. Y'all, I seen all of it, man. I was smiling from it. I was like, yeah, get that money. But you didn't have your business in order. You was running a reckless business while in business. Will Mav Hoffa return back to battle rap? Will Mav Hoffa get pushed to the corner, pushed to a situation where now he's looking for a battle rap check? Because the pod, I doubt it. I think his pride is in the way. He gonna try to figure something else out. And I wouldn't, to be honest with you, Mav. You the first battle rapper that got 1 million subscribers. You're not the best battle rapper, but you the first battle rapper to have a successful YouTube channel that have over 1 million subs. Don't no other battle rap blogger or battle rapper. Hitman Holler, the biggest battle rapper in the battle rap league. He don't even have 1 million subscribers on Bags and Bodies. You got 1 million subs. I would never go back to battle rap. Step back, reevaluate, understand where you went wrong at, And make sure when you move forward, you look for the signs of anything like that so you'll know how to move around that shit. You'll know how to move around it. I wish you nothing but the best. Utmost respect. Like I said, I met you, cool guy, met you a few times, cool guy. Battle rap. First time I met Mav, he was battling Hitman Holler in St. Louis. I flew up there to St. Louis and witnessed. I was on stage. If y'all watch that battle, if y'all go back and watch that battle, you'll see me on stage with the red Adidas hoodie on. Cause niggas thought me and Hitman Holler came there together on some promoting Adidas shit. Hitman Holler was Adidas down, and I just so happened to have a red Adidas hoodie with the True Religion. That was when True Religion was the shit. With the True Religion, I was on stage. It was I had stage passes. So real cool guy, you know, but you just got to boss up when you're in that boss position, man. And you got to start taking ownership. If you're gonna use your platform to get on here and bash everybody and talk about everybody as the reason why my expert opinion don't have a home right now, you got to also get in front of that same camera and tell your same audience where you fucked up at and where you should have been smarter at and where you put Neck and all your other co-hosts in this situation, put my expert opinion in the fucked up situation. Because the only thing I seen you doing was the blame game. You was blaming everybody but yourself. You was blaming everybody but yourself. That ain't gangster, man. That ain't gangster. But I'm about to end this live. I done went from one side of town to my side of town. I'm tired, boss. End this live. Y'all hit the like button, the share button, and to the next time. I am Humble King. Y'all have a peaceful, blessed night. Peaceful, blessed.